Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today I have 14 amazing new makeup products that you have to try. These are new to me. I just purchased these over the last 4 weeks. Nothing in here I've had more than a month. And actually, I take that back. There's one product in here I have, but everything is brand new to me and I just couldn't wait to share this with you guys. And then I have one fail, one disappointing fail. So we're gonna save that towards the end. Let's get started with the makeup that I'm loving. So first up, we have 2 complexion products, and these were actually, I think I already shared these, maybe in my favorites. I know I shared them recently in a video. They are by Iconic London, and I have the Underglow Blurring Primer, and then I have the Iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Tint, Skin Tint. These are so beautiful together and separate. I've paired this underneath the foundation. It looks beautiful. I use this under any foundation. It looks beautiful. It's a blurring and smoothing primer, but the texture of this is really nice. It feels like a skincare product and a primer in one. It just gives the skin a really beautiful, healthy looking glow, but also smoothing out pores and texture, which is kind of unique because a lot of times with the glow comes or can come more magnified pores. Not the case with this. It's absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite combos is wearing this underneath my Elastin Mineral Skin Tint. Just like when I head to the gym, I'll throw a little bit of this on, throw a little bit of that on, and I'm out the door and my skin looks amazing. Not to toot my own horn, but the blurring skin tint. Now this is a skin tint, but it actually has more coverage than you would expect. This is all I have on my skin today. I have these 2 in terms of like complexion coverage. I don't have anything else aside from my concealer on today, and it gives, you know, great coverage, especially once you layer other products like contour and bronzer and blush. You know, that is one thing that I think is important to remember is we don't necessarily need a medium or full coverage foundation when we go in and we layer all these other products on top, because those products will give coverage as well. So today this is all I have on my skin, and I feel like the coverage looks just as much as using a medium coverage foundation. So absolutely love these. Highly recommend. Okay, moving right along to 2 powders that I want to share. I know I've shared one recently. This was used on me in a recent photo shoot by the makeup artist who I really admire. She is extremely talented, and she's also a photographer. She does makeup and photography. She is extremely talented, and every time I sit in her chair, I'm always like, what are you using? And then I go out and I buy it, and this was one of it. So this is the Say Beauty Translucent Medium Air Set Powder. This is a really lightweight setting powder. It says it's translucent, but this one gives a little bit of a color to the skin. It really smooths out texture. I like to use this underneath my eyes. It does give a very matte look. So if you don't like that, or if you have really dry under eyes, or you feel like throughout the day your under eye area looks too dry, then I probably wouldn't use this product, but it just gives a very smooth airbrush quality setting. I like to put this underneath my eyes and then right here too. Since I wear a lot of cream bronzer and cream blush, I'll usually use this underneath my eyes and then just kind of around that area. I don't really like to layer powder on top of the cream products, but more just kind of border them. This is just a great product. Now I have a pressed powder that I haven't shared yet, and I picked this up from Camera Ready Cosmetics. I want to give Camera Ready Cosmetics a shout out. If you're not familiar with Camera Ready Cosmetics, they are an online retailer, and I think they kind of started out catering more towards pro makeup artists, so you'll find a lot of brands on there that you really can't find anywhere else, but they've really expanded and they now carry brands that you will see at Sephora and Ulta, Nordstrom, and all those things. So Jouer, this is the Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder, and I have the shade Light Clair. This powder I would describe as also being a blurring powder, probably more so than the Say Beauty. It gives a little bit of color, more so than the Say Beauty. It just gives a very velvety matte finish. That's what the best way to describe it is, like a velvety matte finish. It's a little heavier than the Say Beauty. Like I would say this is lighter and more kind of airbrush looking, and this is a little bit more like makeup with more of a velvet matte finish. Certainly don't need both of them, but I'm loving both of them, so I'm gonna share them with you. Okay, let's move on to 5. I'm gonna try and stay numbered here. Okay, I am excited about this one. This was my own self-discovery. Maybe Carla used this on me. I don't know. Maybe I saw this in her kit. I don't know. I got onto Nestamyrix actually to buy the next product that Carla did use on me, and I kind of had a little splurge on nestamyrixbeauty.com. I think that's their website. Anyway, this is a contour product, and I have the shade Light 2. So it is a cream contour, and I love this. I really love this. I use this to today to contour the face, and this shade is perfect. It definitely works as a contour. I mean, you can see my nose. I just use my finger to apply it onto the skin, and then I use the BK Beauty 110 concealer brush to blend it out. And it was so easy. It's not sheer. It's got quite a bit of pigment, but it blends into the skin like so easily. It's kind of impossible to mess up. Even if you apply too much, which I did when I first applied it, it just blends out beautifully. So what I did was I used my finger on the nose, blended out with the 110, then I used the 110 and I just applied it to the skin. And then I grabbed my 101 because that was the foundation brush that I used today, and I just bounced on the areas that I applied too much. Like on this side, I applied a little too much. I just bounced it around and it completely blended it out. It's a very creamy formula. It doesn't feel like a matte finish or doesn't dry to like a powdered finish. It's nothing like the Blurring Balm powder of theirs that I love. Very different, more creamy, more emollient, but it looks so beautiful on the skin and it's so easy to work with. So love, love this. This is definitely gonna stay here on my vanity, and this will be a product that I use daily, kind of like my brow pencil probably. I'm into this whole contouring moment. I used to not contour every day, but after Carla did my makeup and we did the whole 9 yards, I'm like wanting to do my makeup like that every day. Okay, moving right along. So that was number 5. Speaking of Danessa Myricks, let's talk about the product that sent me to her website that day. This is what Carla used on me. It's the Color Fix in the shade Nude 4. So I love Color Fix. I know you guys have heard me talk about this. I actually have a little collection here of other. Let me show you all the ones that I have. So Color Fix is a very interesting product. It's a like thick cream. I have all of these here. You can use it as an eyeshadow, which is pretty much what I use it as. You can use it on the cheeks and lips. I mean, some of the colors I probably wouldn't use on my cheeks, but again, Danessa Myricks kind of started as a pro artistry brand, but they certainly have products for everyone. The way that I use this is as a cream shadow or a primer. They are super pigmented, so you just need a little bit. It blends out really easily. This particular shade right here, I could only find on Danessa Myricks' website. I couldn't find it at Sephora. It's Nude 4, and I just put this on my eyelid, and today I used it as a primer, so I put shadow on top of it, but when Carla used this on me, she used it all over, and then she just used shadow in the outer corner. I think she kind of left the inner corner a little bare. Maybe she didn't, but what I'm saying is you could use this just as your eyeshadow. It looks like my skin, but just with a little bit of a tint to it. It's great for those of you that have like veins or darkness on the lid and you want to cancel it out. Maybe this color isn't right. Maybe the lighter shade. Actually, I did get a lighter one too. I got Nude. This is Nude 2 and this is Nude 4. And they obviously have other shades on the site, but I really, really love this. It's a product that I'm gonna use all the time. So I'm gonna stick that right up here. Okay, so that was 2, 4, 6. Okay, product number 7. Let's get into it because this one is currently a very hyped up product right now. Last I checked, it was sold out. The new Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette. Now, I bought this. It was $68, which when I went to go check out, I was like, oh, that's kind of pricey. You know, I mean, I'm not complaining. I think, you know, good quality products warrant the price, and I know all about developing products, so I know how much things cost these days. But this palette, when I received it, I was very impressed. I opened it, it's very weighted. It looks very simple and basic. It's just a white palette. On screen, it's not gonna look like much. It's gonna just look like a cheap plastic palette. Not the case. It's actually very heavy and weighted. If I recall, it's different than their current palettes. Their current palettes, I think, are more of a lighter weight plastic. Maybe I'm wrong. It has a little magnetic lid. Oh, so nice. The colors in here, first of all, before we even get into texture, the colors in here are just, every single one of these shades is something that you can all wear. If you are neutral, if you love color, if you love bold colors, obviously there's not bold colors in here, but typically people that like a lot of color, they still love neutrals, right? Because you'll intermix them with your looks. And people that only wear neutrals and don't wear bold colors, this is the palette for you. It is stunning. It is so beautiful. I mean, I'm kind of speechless. I have it on my eyes today and I think my makeup looks just like, I love it. Very high quality. The mattes have a good level of pigment. They're very like velvety and blend out really nicely, not patchy, very even, very smooth. These shimmer shades are kind of more sheer. And when I mean sheer is like, they're not like a heavy foiled shimmer. They're more of a sheer kind of topper shade. I'll show you what they kind of look like when you swatch them on the fingers, get that to focus. So you can see it's a really pretty lightweight, highly reflective shine. Now I have this one on my inner lid and I don't really have a shadow underneath it. The only thing I have is that Danessa Myricks. So you can see if you look closely, it looks like a real sheer shimmer. You see a lot of shimmer, but you don't see a heavy like pigmented foiled metallic. Stunning, beautiful, highly recommend you guys. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't think I've had a palette that I have loved as much as this palette in a long time. It is very, very, very good. Okay, did I emphasize my excitement on that enough? Okay, moving right along to product number 7. Let's try and keep count here. Let's throw in 2 drugstore eyeliners that I've been testing. I basically, and I'm filming this video next, but it's, I went on Amazon and I looked at like beauty, highly rated, and it pulled up like pages and pages of very, very highly rated products. And when I say highly rated, I mean like 40,000 reviews and they're mostly 5 stars, like that highly rated, not 1,200, not 800. Everything was like 10,000 up to 40 or 50,000. These 2 eyeliners I picked up and I've been using them for the last several weeks. So the Maybelline Hyper Easy Eyeliner is so good and I can't explain it. I was thinking of how I was gonna explain why this is such a great liner, and it's kind of like magic. I don't understand. So I have the dark brown shade. So the color itself is really nicely rich and pigmented. Okay, check mark. Nothing special. There are a lot of really rich pigmented eyeliners out there. The felt tip is nice and long and really skinny. It's just so easy to work with. Like, this is literally the easiest liquid liner pen that I have ever used. The way that the component is, it's not completely round. It actually has like some flat edges, so it just makes it easy to grip. I can't explain it, you guys. I feel like I could close my eyes and line my eyes and get it perfect with this liner. It is so easy. So I'm definitely gonna pick up another one of these and then a black one. And then also NYX retractable eyeliner in the shade Bronze. I love me a good shimmery mid-tone bronze eyeliner kohl. Something soft, something rich, something that is an alternative to black, something that you can smudge and manipulate or smoke out with a shadow, but once it sets, it stays in place. It doesn't move or transfer or bleed or whatever flake on you. This is a great, I mean, this is as good as any, my Urban Decay. It's as good as like any prestige brand that I have. I love the Urban Decay Bourbon. I love the Pixie Bronze Beam. And I'm gonna add this one to the list. NYX retractable eyeliner, bronze. So good. Moving right along to product number 10. Next up, we have a lipstick from Simi Haze Beauty. I purchased this during the Sephora sale. I haven't heard anything about this brand. Now that doesn't mean much because I've been so busy lately. I haven't a whole lot of YouTube videos recently, but I haven't heard this brand talked about yet. It intrigued me just because I thought the packaging was super cute. Isn't that super cute? So cute. And the name of this product really got me. It was like a velvet blur matte lip balm. It was described as a balm, velvet blurring and mattifying. In my head, I think sheer because of balm. Velvety, I think matte, but like soft matte, right? And yeah, and blurring. I imagined that it was gonna make my lip lines disappear. So it does all of those, except I would say there's a lot more pigment to this than I actually thought. I have this shade Sunrise. This is what it looks like. I have it on my lips now, but I do have a gloss on top. This is what it looks like. This is a full out lipstick to me. It is nothing like a balm. It is a full out lipstick, highly pigmented. I love the color. It's a really pretty kind of bubblegum warm pink. It is mattifying, but it feels very comfortable on the lips, kind of like a matte, mild cream hybrid. I love it. It's beautiful, and I just think the packaging is so cute, and it's heavy and weighted and just really nice. Let's talk about what I have on top of it. This is the next beauty product that I'm loving. It's the Fenty Gloss Balm in the shade Fenty Glow Heat. So I have it directly on top of this. That's all I have on my lips, no lip liner or nothing else. This was purchased by me in the Fenty Trio holiday set that Sephora's offering. It comes with this, it comes with a pink one called Cupcakin', and then it comes with another one right here that is called Fuchsia Flex. That is a really beautiful fuchsia glittery shade. But I love this, just a real creamy, nice neutral shade, kind of a warm peach with a slight bit of rosiness to it, but very, very neutral. Love it, so good. These are the best. I just think they're the best. Okay, moving right along, you guys, we have 3 more products to share. Let's talk about a cream blush. Now, this is the one product that's not so new. I've had this for several months. I think I got this during the Blue Mercury sale. It's by Hourglass. It's the Vanish Blush Stick in the shade Loyal. I have it on my cheeks today. It's a beautiful, just like peachy, rosy, everyday shade. The pigment payoff is just perfection. It blends out beautifully. You can really build it and customize the color that you get. It starts off light, but you can build it to get quite a bit. I did quite a bit of building today, and this is what you get. But I find that even when I apply a lot of product, I go out and blend and really take my time. I was feeling very artistry today when I did my makeup. I really took my time doing my makeup and kind of did all those little extra steps. Beautiful color. Okay, you guys, last 2 products. I have a bronzer from Lawless. This is the Summer Skin Velvet Matte Bronzer, and I think I got this in the Sephora sale. This is a, brand new purchase, as pretty much all of these are. This is a beautiful powder bronzer. I have it layered today on top of the Danessa Myra Myricks, just to kind of set the Danessa Myricks cream contour in place. It is nice and warm. It's a matte bronzer, but I swear there's a little bit of a sheen in here, a little tiny reflection sheen. And just because when it goes on the skin, it's so natural. It doesn't look glowy or radiant, but it doesn't look powdered and flat and matte either. I absolutely love this. Very good pigment payoff, and it just gives a really nice warmth to the skin. Love this. Okay, you guys, you made it to the last favorite product, and then we're gonna get into the fail. So the Charlotte Tilbury Hypnotizing Pop Shot. I picked this up a few weeks ago from Nordstrom. She launched a few of these. There's an assortment of colors, and they are just like highly reflective eyeshadows. Great to put on top of it look to kind of give it that extra oomph. You can also wear it by itself. I like to apply this with my finger. This particular shade is called Smoky Quartz, and it's beautiful. It's just a gorgeous smoky taupe shade. Highly reflective, nice shimmer, very lightweight. I can go ahead and, oh, I don't want to actually mess with my eyes because I love my eyes so much, but I'm just gonna put a little. You can't really tell. I wouldn't recommend putting this on top of something like I have now, because what I have now is already so reflective, it's not really gonna make a difference. But if you put this on top of a matte shadow, it's just gonna take your look up the next. I think this is really great to have, especially this time of year when maybe we are working during the day, but then we have a holiday party at night or something in the evening, some social event. We don't have time to go redo our makeup, but we wanna add something to give it a little more of a festive look. Grab one of these out of your bag, put it on your lid with your finger, and you've completely changed your look. I actually used this the other day in a video that should be up soon if it's not already up. And I used the Charlotte Tilbury, the Sophisticate palette, which is something else I'm loving. This should actually be in this video, but I've talked about this so much that I was like, let's talk about new stuff. This is the Sophisticate palette from Charlotte Tilbury. It's very basic, and you know, I'm just gonna say it, it's kind of boring. I love this. I love boring because it's not boring. It's so beautiful when you put it on, but it's basic and it's matte. I did a look the other day where I had this on, and then I just added this right on top of the lid, and it completely changed it. It was like totally different look. So I love this, great quality. These are a splurge. They definitely are. I won't pretend that they're not, but if you're on the fence and you want it and you're thinking about it, I say go for it. Okay, you guys, let's talk about the one fail, the one product that I purchased actually I purchased this a long time ago, but I finally got around to using it over the last month, and I was disappointed, sadly. The Patrick Ta Cream Foundation and Finishing Duo. I don't want to use the word fail. This is not a fail. This is not for me, okay? This doesn't mean that it's not a great foundation for someone else that has different skin type or likes a different finish or is looking for something different in their foundation. So what I found about this product, I really liked the powder. I thought the powder was really nice. I felt like the product itself, it gave a lot of coverage. So right off the bat, I was like, okay, all you full coverage lovers will really love this product. I think that it looks heavy. I think it looks heavy on the skin. Maybe not at first, but just after a couple hours of wear, it looks heavy and it kind of started to migrate on me. And I tried to use this a couple of different ways. The first time I didn't like it at all, and I thought, okay, I just applied too much. Let's give this another shot. Let's apply less. Definitely better and improved, but I just think that it just wasn't a foundation that I will continue to use just for that reason of it. It just looked a little heavy. It didn't look complimentary on my skin. Up from a distance, it was like, ooh, full coverage, flawless. Up close in the mirror, I was like, oh, okay, well, we gotta kind of blot this. We kind of gotta blend this back. Oh, we gotta take a sponge and kind of absorb that stuff that's settling into my pores. It just felt a little heavy. I'm sorry, just didn't really care for that. All right, you guys, that wraps up my video. Those are 15 products that I'm currently loving. I wanted to share them with you. I'm super excited to share these products with you. If you've tried any of these, let me know how you feel about them in the comment section below, and also let me know what products you guys are loving this month or currently. Thank you so much for watching this video. I always appreciate the time that you guys spend with me here on my channel. Our time is so precious and so valuable, so even if I get 3 minutes of your time, thank you. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.